Hey, what's up? Ah.
Holy shit, Dad. Why do you gotta be weird like that, man? Week 20. Holy shit, man. The weeks are rolling by. I got a lot to talk about. Gotta do my video early this week, because again, this weekend, going out of town. So, let's get it going.
Wow, I'm in the super awesome weekly video.
Yeah, and Aaron too. Hello.
Thursday morning, rolled up into Mainz to meet Aaron and Mike for the evening. Yeah, so funny, not so funny story behind that. The reason I even went in the first place was because I found a Mitfahrgelegenheit, a ride share all the way up to Mainz, and I figured, hell, what, might as well not go see these guys. But then, I was supposed to meet my guy at 7:30 at Hauptbahnhof, and as I got up, I received a text saying, hey man, I'm sorry, I can't do it today, so yeah, bye. And so, yeah, I was kind of up creek without a paddle, but then I found a pretty cheap bond ticket anyway, which is only like €1 more than I was going to end up paying this guy for a ride up to Mainz anyway, so it all worked out. After I dropped off my stuff at Aaron's, we then went into the city for the Weihnachtsmarkt.
What you got there, Mike?
Hot meat?
What?
Hot meat.
Yeah? Aaron, what you got there?
Very hot meat.
And after we grubbed up and drank up, we went into that giant church you saw behind us.
Let's go into the video.
And then we stumbled across another church that we decided to go in. Continued to walk around the city a little more, and then we found a playground. You know what that means.
Oh god. Oh god.
I decided to get myself dizzy by playing on the merry-go-round while Aaron decided to be queen of the fort. And then Aaron decided to help me, which is always a good idea.
Stop it. Stop it. Mike, are you drunk? It's only 1 o'clock in the middle of the day.
He's got jokes. Continue to walk around the city a little more. Mainz is actually a really beautiful city. They got all the, like small streets with the Fachwerkhäuser and stuff like that. And then we actually made our way to the Rhine River and had a gander around there, which was really beautiful, even though it was kind of cold out. And what do you know, they also had a swing nearby.
This is going to be a cool shot.
Walked along this bridge which leads to Hessen. That's Mainz right there. And then we saw this old church that Aaron and Mike were just thrilled about seeing.
What'd you do?
We then went to this bagel place. Yes, bagels. They do have bagels in Germany. They're in Mainz. We actually got a bagel sandwich for lunch, and then Mike had to leave, but then Aaron and I stuck around for a little bit and had some cupcakes. I had this chocolate cupcake with peanut butter on it and an Oreo on top, and he had this little, like, cute little American toothpick flag thing. Oh, so lekker. Aaron and I then headed back to the Weihnachtsmarkt. It's even prettier at night with everything all lit up, plus the smell of Gluhwein filled the air. Aaron and I rose at not any particular early time on Friday. My Mitfahrgelegenheit didn't come until 1. And actually, she was even a little bit later than that. But hey, at least I actually had a Mitfahrgelegenheit. Had breakfast at a pretty good place, and then headed back to Saarbrücken.
And a new city means new dot on the map. So let's just get Mainz right in there. Oh, yeah.
That night, Charlie, Thad, and I just kind of kept it cool. We went to a hookah bar and had a couple beers and smoked a little bit of hookah. Naturally, we went to the park deck afterwards for dinner. Didn't stay out too late because the next morning we were headed to Strasbourg. And when I mean didn't have to stay out too late, I mean we stayed out later than my last bus went home, so I'd spent the night in Charlie's. Next morning at 11 a.m. though, we met at the Hauptbahnhof to head our way. Holy shit! Welcome to France! As I was saying, head our way down to Strasbourg for the Weihnachtsmarkt.
Oh, yeah.
Knocked back a glass of the best Gluhwein I've had yet, and no, I am not joking about that. And then we headed into this big cathedral. And we climbed the 320 plus steps to the top. Alright, let's get a little faster. Little faster. There we go. So we can see out the top over top of Strasbourg. Then we got to the top of the stairs, and this was the view that we had. We even found a Thaddeus in its natural habitat taking pictures. You can see the Christmas market below, but this actually wasn't the top. This was just one flight of stairs, so then we had to take another flight of stairs to the actual top of the tower. So this is actually the top of the cathedral. You can see the tower there and looking out over top of the balcony. And here we find an iPad picture taker in its natural habitat. The houses were all old and traditional looking, and it was actually quite a beautiful sight to see with the Christmas market below. And what goes up must come down. And after we got done climbing down the cathedral, then we found this palace over here that we decided to walk around in for a little bit. Oh, hey, what's up, Jenny? How you doing? And then we made a plan for the rest of the day.
We're gonna go where all the cool stuff is rather than where there's nothing.
What do you say? This is beautiful.
Ja.
Ich glaube, das ist auch eine gute Idee. And iPod picture taker.
And pretty much our plan was to walk towards Little France, which is a part of the city, because we thought it would have a bunch of pretty stuff. And there's a shot of Thad taking a selfie. And anyway, we were pretty much right. There was all these canals and these really cool houses right up against the river, just old, traditional German, French-ish style stuff. We then had dinner and coffee at this pizza place, which is actually really good. And then we walked back more towards the center of the city and walked around the Weihnachtsmarkt some more. We then took the last train home back to Saarbrücken, and we all pretty much just slept on the train because we were all freaking exhausted.
And another city visit means that we need another dot on the map for this week. So let's go put those on here. And let's see, we got Strasbourg right here, right on the border between France and Germany. Yum yum. And let's put it on up on the European map as well. So there we go. That's what the European map is looking like. And here's what the German map is looking like.
As we got into Saarbrücken, we headed over to one of Jenny's friends' house because they were having a house party. And we said, hey, might as well not. We haven't done enough today. And on our way over there, we saw these guys jamming out on Bahnhofstrasse. Sunday wasn't a lot going on. It was a good day for me to catch up on some sleep. And then on Monday, after class, I went to the Sonnenburg Krankenhaus again to help volunteer. On Tuesday, I went to class and then went to Frisbee later that evening, and it was really foggy out. It was kind of cool playing in the fog. Sometimes you didn't know like if a Frisbee was just going to pop out of nowhere and just smack you right in the mouth. Luckily, that didn't happen. Which brings us today, and I had class this morning, have a German class later this evening, and then I got a party with the Frisbee team later tonight. So that should do it this week. Coming up, we got plans this weekend to go to Nuremberg for the biggest Christmas market in Germany, and after that, we'll see what happens. So check you guys out next week. Peace.
Come on, Mishael, get your crap together.
Wait.
Hell, this is really cold.
There we go.
And I'm not going to do any of the work. You can stop with the creepy noises.
Why?
Why?
This is like the worst thing ever.
This really kind of... Oh, there we go.
Stroke. Please don't say stroke.
I'm fucking dizzy as shit already.
Are you serious? Okay, I think we're done.
This is like the worst thing I've ever been on.
What?
If you're hungry, also can get